15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Washington now brings this out. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
Go ahead.
In motion, Hill. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out.
All right, fellas, listen up.
In motion, the tight end. Now Tua. Short throw to Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Hill going to go in motion right. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Go ahead. He's right, no.
Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Taken in at the 22. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
Throwing now is Mahomes. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Catch is made by Hardman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. No score after one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they go to work on a 1st and goal. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Tua sets up to pass it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
All right, fellas, listen up. Ready. East right, snow.
Back to the ground, Achane. He can't get him down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
21G.
Again, it's Achane. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Mahomes now to throw. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Locates Hardman for another catch. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But
and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Malik Washington. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Achane here. They stay on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Tua, a final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 14. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down and 6 now. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Hunt. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw caught by Achane. A beautiful spin and room to run. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 33 yards that time.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. Tua going to throw. Out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. From the 34-yard line, here's a second down and 9.
Ready. Turbo 1 high. Turbo 1 high.
Up the middle, Achane. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
Turbo 2. Out.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. Hill going to go in motion right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. First and
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Tua. Smith catches left side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonnu Smith, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Sanders now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. This is first and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They'll come up now on second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
Here's first and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Mahomes steps away. Complete. The tight end, Kelce.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, he had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game. At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Here's second down. Here's Tua. And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds.
Turbo 3, kick.
A loss of 2 yards leads to third down
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he goes out right around the 39. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Ready. 21G.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Come on, 2. Out.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Michael Dana. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's now 3rd down.
Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Mahomes. Finding Hardman. He's going to have the first down and then some. Still on his feet. Mecole Hardman. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on all the way through is going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.